Madhava Kanja Vihare Gopi Janapalava Girivaradhare Gopi Janapalava Girivaradhare Yasharandana Rajajannaranjana Yasharandana Rajajannaranjana Chamunativa Kanachari Chamunativa Kanachari Jayagada Marada Kanjavitari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Śrī-bhagavān ki jai. Jai Om Nishtapad Paramahansa Parivrajaka Stita Sachi Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Guranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We're reading from Śrīmad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 63, verses 29 to 34. I will read 29 to 33, and we will chant verse 34 together. śrī-bhagavān uvāca. Tri-śiras te prasanno vyetu te maj-jvarāt bhayam yo no smarati saṁvādaṁ tasya bhavet bhayam. The Supreme Lord said, O three-headed one, I am pleased with you. May your fear of my fever weapon be dispelled, and may whoever remembers our conversation here have no reason to fear you. Report. Here the Lord accepts the Shiva as his devotee and gives him his first order, that he should never frighten by hot fever those who faithfully hear this pastime of the Lord's. Text 30. Ityukto chuttaman namya gata maheshara chara manastirattamarita pagad yotsyancharadana. Thus addressed, the Maheshwara bowed down to the infallible Lord and went away. But Vanasara then appeared, riding forth on his chariot to fight Lord Krishna. Text 31. Tito bahu sahasrena nana yutattarosra mumoksha paramakurha banangs chakra yatenepa. Carrying numerous weapons in his 1,000 hands, O king, the terribly infuriated demon shot many arrows at Lord Krishna, the carrier of the disc weapon. Text 32. Tasya syatos tadanyasa krich chakrena kshurane mina chichilta bhagavan baham shaka ivavanaspate. As Bala continued hurling weapons at him, the Supreme Lord began using his razor-sharp chakra to cut off Banasara's arms as if they were tree branches. Bahosu chit yamaneshu banasya bhagavan bhava paktanukam yupavrajya chakrayutamapasta. Translation. Lord Shiva felt compassion for his devotee Banasara, whose arms were being cut off, and thus he approached Lord Chakrayuta Krishna and spoke to him as follows. So now we will recite this verse together. Shiruta uvāca. Tvam hi brahma param jyoti. Gurham brahmanivan maye. Yam pashyant yamalatmana. Akasham iva kevalam. Shiruta uvāca. Tvam hi brahma param jyoti. Gurham brahmanivan maye. Yam pasyanti yamalatmana. Akasham iva kevalam. Sivutu uvāca. Tvam hi brahma param jyoti. Gurham brahmanivan maye. Yam Pashantyālatmanam Akasham iva kevalam. Chant. Uvāca. śrī-bhagavān. Ladies, uvāca. Tamhi brahma param jyoti. Ram brahman vayam. Bhayam. Uvāca. Shivuta uvāca. Lord Shiva said, Tvam, you, he alone, Brahma, the absolute truth, Param, supreme, Jyoti, light, Gutam, hidden, Brahmani, in the absolute, Vakmaya, in its form of language, the Vedas, Yam, whom, Pashyanti, they see, Amala, spotless, Atmana, whose hearts, Akasham, the sky, Iva, like, Kevalam, pure. Translation. Sri Ruja said, you alone are the absolute truth, the supreme light, the mystery hidden within the verbal manifestation of the absolute. Those whose hearts are spotless can see you, for you are uncontaminated like the sky. Report. The absolute truth is the source of all light, and is therefore the supreme light, self-luminous. This absolute truth is explained confidentially in the Vedas, and is therefore difficult for an ordinary reader to understand. The following statements quoted by Srila Jiva Goswami from the Gopal Tapani Upanishad show how the Vedic sounds occasionally reveal the Absolute. Tehocha upasana metasya paratmano govindasya kiladharino bruhi. They, the four Kumaras, said to Brahma, please tell us how to worship Govinda, the Supreme Lord, and the foundation of all that exists. Chaitanas Chaitananam, Purvakanda 21. He is the chief of all living beings, and Tam Hadevam Atma Vritti Prakasham. Purvakanda 23. One realizes that Supreme Godhead by first realizing one's own self. The great Acharya Jiva Goswami also quotes a verse from Śrīmad Bhagavatam 1.10.48. Gudham Param Brahma Manusalingam which refers to the supreme truth concealed in a human-like form. Since the Lord is pure, why do some people perceive Krishna's form and activities as impure? Acharya Jiva explains that those whose own hearts are impure cannot understand the pure Lord. Sri Vishnu Chakravati further quotes the Lord's own instruction to Arjuna in Shrī-bhagavān. Chaparam paramam brahma sarvam vipajte jagat mamayva taganam te jagat tumarhasi bhadata. Superior to that total material nature is the supreme Brahman, from which this entire creation expands. O descendant of Bharata, you should know that the supreme Brahman consists of my concentrated effulgence. Thus, to save his devotees, Shiva now glorifies Supreme Lord Krishna, his eternal worshipable master. The Lord's bewildering potency induced Shiva to fight with Lord Krishna, but now the fight is over. And to save his devotee, Lord Shiva offers these beautiful prayers. Mukam karari vachalam bhangam langa tegirim yakipantavam bande srigunum dinatarinam Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshumiritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So this verse is very interesting because it describes Lord Shiva, actually. He's describing Lord Krishna in three different ways: Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. We have Brahma. Here, let's see the Sanskrit. We have Brahma Param, so that's Param Brahma, that's Supreme Personality of Godhead. We've got Jyoti, and that's the Brahman. And then we've got Gudham Brahmani, the hidden Lord, hidden in the heart of the pure devotees. And that's why people cannot see him. He's hidden. The Mahabharata, it says, Dharmasya tatam nihito kuhayam mahajano yena gataspanta. He's hidden in the heart of the pure devotee. And that's why so many people went to the West and they could not give Krishna. But Prabhupada had Krishna in his heart. So he could give Krishna. And he manifested Krishna everywhere, all over the world. He manifested Vrindavan. He manifested Radha Krishna, Gonitai, everybody. And so seeing the Lord here is very, very important. Before the first day I went to the Hare Krishna temple, I was actually guru shopping in 1970. There were many gurus in Boston. And I was guru shopping, and I was trying all the different ones. So one of the gurus told me, I give you the secret mantra, you meditate 10 minutes morning, 10 minutes night, rest of the day, do whatever you like. And within 6 months, you will become God. So it's worth a try. No, it didn't work. So then I went to the temple and I asked them, so what's your process? I said, chant, dance, eat. Okay. If I chant, dance, eat, what can happen? What can I expect to happen? And they said, you will see God. I said, yeah, I want to see God. I don't want to be God. So we can't be God. We cannot be God. There's no way. You can try very hard, but death comes. Death comes and you're finished. So yes, actually, Krishna reveals in the heart. He says in Gita, Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam adami buddhi yogam tam teniyam. What up? Thank you. So anyway, he gives the intelligence how we can come to him. He's hidden in our hearts. He's hidden. One time, Srila Prabhupada was in South India. He was the guest of a judge. He was with Malati and Saraswati. And so the judge gave Saraswati a little deity of Krishna. And so when she wasn't looking, Prabhupada took it away and hid Krishna behind his back. So when she came in, she was looking everywhere. Where's Krishna? Where's my Krishna? Oh. And she was feeling separation. And then, so somebody gave her a clue. Who has Krishna? And then her eyes got big and she said, Prabhupada has Krishna. And so then Prabhupada took Krishna and gave her to him, and he's giving us Krishna, all of us also, if we follow him. And so yes, how to see Krishna. There is a purport, let's see, from where, 4:28-21, it says, if a disciple is very serious to execute the mission of the spiritual master, he immediately associates with the Lord by vani or vapu. This is the secret of success in seeing Krishna. Instead of being eager to see the Lord in some bush of Vrindavan, while at the same time engaging in sense gratification, if one sticks to the principle of following the words of the spiritual master, he will see the Supreme Lord without difficulty. So there's not many bushes left in Vrindavan to see Krishna behind, but Krishna is still here. And he will reveal himself if yasya devi tata bhakti yata deve tata guru. Whoever has faith in the spiritual master and Krishna will show himself to you. So I would like to share with you one verse from 6th Canto, 16th chapter, verse 51. And this is spoken by Lord Sankarshan to Chittaketu. And it expresses the same idea as this verse. There's Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. And so first, Sankarshan says, Aham vai sarvabhutani, that I am, all these living beings are my expansions, and are separate from me. And so all the living beings in the world are his expansions. Then he says, Bhutatma, Bhuta, Bhavana. And also I'm the super soul of all living beings who exist because I manifest them. So he's all the living beings, we are the part of the Brahman expansion, and then, so he's the expansion, we are his small ones, Vibhinamsha. And then inside he's also expanded as super soul. And then he says, I am the form of the transcendental vibration like Omkara and Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. So here this verse says, the mystery hidden in the verbal manifestation of the Absolute. So there's Shabda Brahma, and there's Param Brahma. There's two forms how we can see Krishna even now, even in this life. And those two forms are Shabda Brahma and Param Brahma. This verse says, here it says, Shabda Brahma, Param Brahma, Mamobe, Shasati, Tanu. These are my two forms. Hare Krishna mantra, and the other form, Param Brahma, translates as the deity. We can see, and the holy name, we can see Krishna, and as the deity, we can see Krishna. So Krishna is everything. He is everything, even material, spiritual, Brahman, Aham vai sarvabhutani. So why can't we see him? Because, our eyes are covered by the curtain of Yoga Maya. Kunti says 4 reasons why we cannot see Krishna. Our eyes are covered by Maya, and then Maya, Javanika Chanam, the curtain of Maya. And then we are in ignorance, Ajnana. And another, he's at Hoksaja, he's way above, he's in a different dimension. And the 4th one is we have the vision of buddhas, fools. We see everything as fools see. That's the problem, and that's why we don't see Krishna. So one time, Srila Prabhupada was giving a lecture on the west coast of the USA, and there was one hippie who thought he was God. And he was wearing a big cloak with the sun, the moon, the stars that he was controlling, he thought. And he was listening to Prabhupada, and he was staring at Prabhupada very heavily. And he challenged Prabhupada. He asked Prabhupada, can you see God? And Srila Prabhupada looked at him, and Prabhupada said, no, because you are in the way. So false ego, you can't go. Cannot see God with your false ego. You cannot be God also. And you block others too. You block others from seeing God with your false ego. And so, so that's Brahman, and then Super Soul, Paramatma, Bhutatma, Bhutabhavana. And what's the mystery? Here it says there's a mystery hidden in the verbal manifestation of the Absolute. Prabhupada explains in the Chatushloki Bhagavatam, what is that mystery? What is the mystery? Why some people can see God and why some people cannot. The mystery is prema, love of God. If you have love of God, you can see God everywhere. That's the mystery. So Super Soul is within all of us. Prabhupada gives an analogy that it's just like a master is taking his dog for a walk. Now, when I was just in the West, everyone has dogs, and they're all taking them for walks every day. Here I don't see it. They're just street dogs. They don't care about these dogs. In fact, they beat them. They don't care for them here in India. But in the West, they are worshipped like family. They don't have kids, so they have dog-cat instead. So they're taking their dog for a walk. The dog's going, he's running, he's on the leash though, he cannot go too far. And he's stopping, he's going to the bathroom, doing many things. And the master's just waiting till he finished and take him back home. So Srila Prabhupada said, we are like the dog, and Super Soul is like the master. And he's letting us go, run, do whatever we want, but he's waiting to take us back home. And so we should listen to him. He's telling us, come with me. Don't waste your time here. And also, another example Prabhupada gave, the Super Soul is like the expert director of a drama. So the director, he teaches the actors to forget who they are so they can play the part very nicely. So Super Soul makes us forget who we are so we can play the part here, man, woman, or brahmachari, sannyasi, grihastha, whatever, king, president, or coolie, or rickshawala. We have to forget who we are. We're servants of Krishna. We're eternal. We have to forget. Super Soul makes us forget. So then we can do our nonsense here. But he comes here and he tells us, remember who you are. You're my servant. Surrender to me. Surrender to me. And we wake up. There's an awakening. We have to wake up. Lord Chaitanya is calling, wake up, Jeev Jago. How long will you sleep in the lap of the witch Maya? And so this awakening, when you become awake, then you become very, very happy. Very happy, jolly. If you're not happy, that means you're in Maya, Prabhupada says. So if you're convinced by devotional service, then you will have this awakening. So 2 forms of Krishna we have here. We have the holy name, and we have the deity, Shabda Brahma, Param Brahma. He says, actually, these are my 2 bodies in this world. Mysterious. The Shabda Brahma, the holy name, the sound of the Bhagavatam, the Vedas, and the other body is the deity. So we can see Krishna every day. We can see him, come and see him there. We can pray with him. We can also see him by hearing Bhagavatam. In the beginning of Bhagavatam, there is a purport that how to see Krishna in the pages of Bhagavatam. So yes, I think, let's see. No, Krishna is not in the Sanskrit here. But anyway, we know who the absolute truth is. We have been woken up. That we know who is the Param Brahma, it's Krishna. And you can see him through sound. So Sutta Goswami, he drank. We're supposed to drink Bhagavatam because it is a juice, it's a rasa. Pibata Bhagavatam rasa alayam. It's an eternal rasa. Rasa alayam, it's eternal. And we're supposed to drink it. But how can we drink it? Srila Prabhupada says, if you hear with rapt attention, then you can see Krishna in every page of Bhagavatam. Then he says, you can't give rapt attention unless you are pure in mind. And you can't be pure in mind unless you're pure in action. And you can't be pure in action unless you're pure in eating, sleeping, fearing, and mating. But there's another concession. Prabhupada said, but somehow or other, if someone hears with rapt attention from the right person, the very beginning, you can see Krishna in the pages in person. And so this is, yes. And so also we can see Krishna as we chant the holy name. There's a story which I heard from His Holiness Sachinanda Swami that we don't understand how the holy name is Krishna. So what's the story? There was a beggar. He went to see the king because he wanted to see what gold looks like. He never saw gold. He's just a poor man on the street, beggar. And the king said, okay, climb up these stairs, and this will go to my treasury, and open the last door, and you will see what is gold. And so the beggar climbed the stairs, opened the door, went and saw the gold in the treasury. And then, when he turned around, he realized, oh, the stairs are also made of gold, but I didn't know what gold looks like. And so our chanting is also made of gold. It's also Krishna. And if we are sincerely chanting, a devotee asked Srila Prabhupada, how do I chant attentively? Prabhupada said, 7 words. Just try to hear yourself chant sincerely. So that the tongue, the ears, and the heart, those have to go together. And the mind is in the heart too, so the mind has to be there too. And so yes, so we should realize that yes, what we have is also gold. Our process is gold. The chanting is Krishna. And we forgot our relationship, so we don't understand. And Krishna will reveal himself through his holy name. And so in a lecture, Prabhupada said that we're proud of seeing everything with our eyes. Oh, please come. God, come dancing. I want to see you. No. He's very kind. So he's here in the temple. There's a verse in Kapila. He says, upon seeing the charming forms of the Lord, smiling and attractive, and hearing his very pleasing words, the pure devotee loses all other consciousness. So in spite of his unwillingness, he gets liberation without separate endeavor. So what does that mean? Prabhupada said there are 3 kinds of devotees. First class, second class, third class. And he said even the third class devotee, if he goes, he sees the deity and he appreciates, oh, how beautiful is this decoration, and he's very happy. He's liberated. He's also liberated without even, he's unwilling. People come to temple and see the deity, and sometimes they forget. They forget. There was one Muslim man who was a follower. He had association with the disciples of Indradumna Swami. He came to Vrindavan, and he saw Radharani, and he was so enchanted. He said, "Okay, just remove all obstacles so I can worship you." He got so enchanted by seeing Radharani, and so he went back home, and his whole business failed. And then what happened? Maharaj came to see him, and he said, "Yes. So what happened? What are you doing now? Your business failed. How are you living?" So he said, "Yeah. I just have a small business now, and I'm chanting 32 rounds a day now." He said, "I'm very happy because even though I lost my business, I got the lotus feet of Krishna." And so he was very happy. He was very satisfied. Just seeing the deity. And there was another Muslim man, Burijan. He was from Iran. And he said, we Muslims, we have a problem with the form. I can't really accept the form of the deity. And so Burijan said, okay, you just go in front of Krishna Balaram and just stand there and pray to them. So he did that, and he came back, he said, yes. He's there. I see him. So, yes, we can pray. We can go to the deity and pray. He didn't say what happened. There is another thing. I was giving a seminar on worshiping the deities, prayer to the deities. And so one exercise I did was you go up to the deity and you tell them your problem. And then you pretend that you are standing in the deity's place and you get an answer to your problem. And so I did that, and one devotee afterwards told me, he said, I told Gornitai, my problem, nobody's coming on Harinam with me. This was in Australia. Nobody's coming out with me. And the answer he got from Gornitai is, don't you see us? We're there with you. And this devotee became part of Harinam Ruchi, all over the world chanting. He was the leader of it. And so it's very interesting. You can talk with the deities, and they will talk back, actually. You pray. and they will give you an answer. And so we want to see Krishna with our eyes. And so the holy name is another way to see Krishna. And Srila Prabhupada said in Gita, Krishna says, I am the taste of water, so ham apsu konteya. He says, but we should start with our tongue if we want to see Krishna. You start with your tongue. Just like if you have some prasad, you say, let me see, what do you have? Let me see means, let me taste. I want to taste the food. I want to taste the prasanno. And so Srila Prabhupada said, first of all, you have to taste God. Taste Krishna through the holy name. And that's Nectar Instruction says. The taste, at first it's bitter, later it becomes sweet. Very sweet, the holy name. But we have to taste God. We have to taste Krishna. We see him with the holy name and with the deities. And so if we just keep on seeing and praying the holy name, praying to the deities, then one day Krishna will give us real darshan. And he will give us answers. And Bhagavatam, Kripadev says, he will talk with you. So I'll stop here if you have any questions, comments at this point. Yes, of course. Panchagora Prabhu. Well, Bhagavad Gita chapter 9, I believe it's verse 29, it says that Krishna's in the heart of everyone, but there's a difference. In the purport, Prabhupada tells what the difference is. That in the Nandava, in everyone's heart, he's just sanctioning, and he's, of course, he's trying to give good advice, but the problem is, Prabhupada says, we have a TV in our heart, but the TV is broken. So in the non-devotees' hearts, the TV is broken. And so for the devotee, he's a friend. The verse says, yes, I'm in everyone's heart, but for the devotee, I'm a friend. So in the devotee's heart, Krishna is a friend. In other people's heart, there's the super soul, and then there's material nature, and then the jiva desire. So there's three things going on. That jiva desires something, the material nature, then the Lord says, okay, and then material nature carries it out. But for the devotees, it's just us and Krishna. And so because when we become a devotee, our karma is finished. So then whatever is coming to us is Krishna. Krishna is personally taking control of our life. And he's our friend. And that's the difference. And the difference is we also, so everyone has a TV in their heart, but the TV is broken. And who is fixing the TV? Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. These are the TV repairmen. They're fixing the TV in our heart. And so there are many channels which we cannot tune into. There's the Goloka channel, there's the Navadvip Mayapur channel, and there's the Ayodhya channel, Dwarka, Mathura, but so when we get our TV fixed by Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, then we can also see what's going on.
Do you have to make an appointment for that TV repairman, or?
You have to make an appointment?
Yeah.
Well, by the mercy of Krishna, he sends you to Guru, and then you get everything. Yeah. Any other question, Maharaj? I didn't see you. Were you hiding there?
Yes. But Krishna can see me.
Oh, okay. He's everywhere. Right.
There is a statement in the second canto.
Second canto.
I'm not exactly knowing where it is.
Mm-hmm.
The pure devotee of the Lord sees Krishna in Vrindavan within his heart. It's not just he's seeing the Paramatma, but he's seeing more Krishna. Because as Prabhupada says, I'm feeling separation from Krishna,
right?
But Krishna is within his heart.
Okay.
The Brajanandan Krishna or Yasodanand Krishna. So there is a difference. A pure devotee who is in the transcendental platform, he sees Krishna as he is, playing his flute within his heart.
Yeah. Yeah. Also in Chaturshloki, there's a similar statement in the purport of the 35th, 2.935.
Must be that one.
It could be there. But he says not only does he see Krishna in Vrindavan, he sees Krishna in every atom here also.
Everywhere.
He sees him in every... He has a dual vision. He sees Goloka and he sees Krishna here also. He sees Krishna here at the same time. Yeah.
Thank you.
There was one, I'll just add, there's one, Prabhupada was on a morning walk, and devotees, it was in London, and he asked for some twigs for brushing his teeth, and so the devotee was climbing the tree, and he was breaking off one, then he broke off two, and Prabhupada said, stop, don't take more. He didn't want to disturb the tree. So then the devotee said, so when a pure devotee looks at a tree, what does he see? So then Srila Prabhupada said, yeah, he sees the body, the material energy, then he sees the soul, and he said, the very interesting thing he said, then he sees Krishna in the heart of the soul. That's really, now he sees Krishna here also, there also, yeah. But that's the in fact, Prabhupada said that is the mystery. That is the mystery that the impersonalists can't understand. Nobody can understand. That's the mystery. The mystery is this prema, this love of Godhead. Yes?
Hare Krishna. As Krishna is in the heart of everyone, so the demons and the materialist people, in their heart also Krishna is there.
Yes.
But the understanding is different.
It's different, yeah.
Yeah. So how this understanding difference is for everyone?
How is this understanding?
Different for everyone.
Different for everyone. Yes, we're covered by 5 coverings. When Brahma created the universe, there's 5 things that covers the soul. So everyone has that different understanding. But when we come in association with a pure devotee, even though we are covered, our natural love, our natural relationship with Krishna is underneath that covering. So when it's described in Bhagavatam, 1st canto, just like wood. Most people are like wood. But when the pure devotee comes, he lights up the wood and makes a fire. And then and that's through the ear. He gives us the fire of devotional service. And then we can recover our identity. The other ones, the atheists, I just was reading some quotes from atheists at the time of death. There was one man, he was in charge of the Satanist group, which is against God. And that at the time of death he was saying, something is very wrong. And there was another one, Thomas Paine, who was an atheistic in America, and he wrote something, and he said, I would give all the worlds if I could take back what I wrote. He said, another atheist, he was saying, I'm in the flames. And so they will see God at the time of death. They will see. That's the difference. We see Krishna now, but most people won't see God till the time of death. Okay, any other question? Yes, over here.
Hare Krishna.
Hi, Krishna.
As in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that work for me. If you are doing some karma, do that karma for me. And how can we work for Krishna? Like if I'm going to my work, and how can I...
I can't understand. Can you speak slowly?
Yep. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, work for me.
Work for me.
Yep. How can we do that?
How can we work for... Well, you should read the whole Bhagavad Gita. But actually, in concise form, you can read chapter 9, verse 27 of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna tells how to work for me. That whatever you eat, whatever austerity you do, whatever you offer, should be done as an offering to me. So that means if you have a job, it's recommended that you give a percentage of your earnings to the Vaishnavas. We have our Grihastha team in ISKCON, and they have a class all about budget. And money for this, and you have your profit, and then you have to pay your rent, you have to pay all your bills, and after that, whatever money is left, okay, for education, vacation, and then whatever is left, maybe 5% for donation for Krishna consciousness, for the temple, and that will purify your work. Otherwise, you will get karma. If you give donation, and most Indians know this, that if you give some donation to the temple, that purifies your money. And that's one level. There's another level where you can actually work in the temple for Krishna also, and that's completely purified. You can speak for Krishna, you can distribute books for Krishna, you can paint pictures, there's so many things you can do in the temple. There's 4 things you can give. It's described 10th canto, chapter 22, I believe. Maybe think verse 35. That prana, artar, dhya, and vacha, 4 things you can give to Krishna. Prana, give you life. So that's what these devotees are doing here. But you may say that's too much. Okay, no problem. Prana, arta, give some money. You may say, well, I don't have money. I'm a student. Okay, all right. Then dhya, you can give your intelligence. You can help plan things. And if you think, well, I'm not so smart, there's one thing left, and that's vacha, your words. You can chant Hare Krishna, you can read the books, you can distribute the books, you can get other people to chant. So these are all work for Krishna. You can work directly or you can work indirectly, help the devotees that way. Hare Krishna. Any other questions? Yes. We have time.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandava Pranam. Mataji, as Krishna gives the remembrance, knowledge and forgetfulness.
Go slowly, slowly.
Yeah. As Krishna gives knowledge, remembrance and forgetfulness, does it depend fully on His mercy or our personal endeavor, or it's like karmic reaction? Please
okay, so how Krishna gives knowledge, forgetfulness, and does that depend on His mercy, or how is it? Well, according to Srila Prabhupada in the purport of Queen Kunti's prayers, 1.829, Srila Prabhupada says that it's mercy, but not everybody is receptive to the mercy. Not everybody wants the mercy. So some people like this, and he gives the example of the sun. Sun is shining on everybody. But if you go in the closet and close the windows, close the door, you won't get it. So we have to be open to receive the mercy. He said some people are reluctant to accept the mercy. So it's according to how receptive you are that you get the mercy. It's equal for everyone. He's not discriminating, His mercy. But how open you are, that's how much you will get a mercy. You have to be open. Yeah. Okay, any other questions? No. Jai, Gauri's Prabhupada, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare